King Tutankhamun, often called King Tut, was an Egyptian pharaoh who became famous for his almost intact tomb discovered in 1922. He became king when he was just 9 years old and is famous for his tomb. King Tut died young at about 18 or 19, and the cause of his death remains a mystery, though something it might have been an illness, an accident, or even murder. So today, I will tell you some unknown facts about King Tut that you may not know. Before I start, if you are new to the channel and love history, definitely subscribe to the History Facts Show and press the bell icon. Thank you. Most ancient Egyptian tombs were looted long ago, but King Tut's tomb remained largely intact. It was packed with treasures because the Egyptians believed the afterlife was a continuation of earthly life, and they wanted the king to have everything he needed. The centerpiece of the tomb was a solid gold coffin containing Tutankhamun's mummy. The famous golden death mask, made of gold and decorated with precious stones, covered his face and symbolized his divine nature. Over 100 pieces of jewelry, including necklaces, bracelets, rings, and amulets, were found. These items were meant to protect the young king in the afterlife. The tomb contained beds, chairs, and a throne, all beautifully crafted and decorated with gold and precious stones. These items reflected the luxurious life of the pharaoh. Jars of wine, oils, and food were included to sustain the king in his journey to the afterlife. Small statues of gods, animals, and servants were found. These were meant to serve and protect King Tut in the afterlife. There were several jars known as canopic jars. These jars contained the king's internal organs, which were removed during mummification. Each jar intricately designed and guarded by protective goddesses. King Tutankhamun, often called King Tut, was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh whose tomb was discovered in 1922, filled with treasures. However, when scientists examined his mummy, they found something unusual. His heart was missing. Normally, the heart was an important part of mummification and burial because ancient Egyptians believed the heart was needed in the afterlife for judgment. There are several theories about why King Tut's heart wasn't in his body. Some experts think his body might have been damaged during mummification or later. When his tomb was discovered, signs of hasty and careless embalming were found, which could explain why the heart was missing. Others suggest the heart was intentionally removed. Ancient Egyptians sometimes omitted the heart in mummification for symbolic reasons, like punishing someone or preventing them from reaching the afterlife. Chemical analysis of his mummy showed signs of burning. Something this happened because of a reaction between the embalming oils and oxygen when the tomb was sealed. This could have destroyed his heart. When King Tutankhamun's tomb was discovered in 1922 by archaeologist Howard Carter, it was an extraordinary find. However, one strange detail about the discovery often goes unnoticed. The inner coffin, where King Tut's mummy was placed, reportedly had a strong, unusual odor. This strange smell came from the combination of organic materials used in the burial process and the conditions inside the sealed tomb. The ancient Egyptians used a resin-like substance during mummification to preserve the body and protect it in the afterlife. This resin was poured over the mummy and the inner coffin, creating a thick layer. Over the centuries, this resin reacted to the hot and humid environment of the tomb, burn or charred smell. Some experts think this might have been caused by a chemical reaction between the resin and oxygen when the tomb was first sealed. The odor was a clue that something unusual had happened during the burial process, possibly rushed preparations. King Tut died unexpectedly at a young age, and this may have left little time for the embalmers to perfect their techniques, causing the resin to overheat or not cure properly. This smell gives archaeologists insight into the burial practices and challenges faced during Tutankhamun's time, making his tomb an even more fascinating historical mystery. Inside the tomb, archaeologists found many treasures, including a dagger that caught the attention of researchers. What made this dagger so special was its unusual material. This blade of the dagger is made of iron, but not ordinary iron. After studying it closely, scientists discovered that the iron came from a meteorite, a rock from outer space. The dagger's iron was not melted from ores found on Earth. Instead, it had a unique chemical signature matching that of meteorite iron. This suggests that the ancient Egyptians were aware of meteorites and they valued the rare, otherworldly metal. The dagger was placed with the King Tut's mummy, possibly to protect him in the afterlife. or to symbolize his power. The handle of the dagger is made from gold and inlaid with precious stones, making it not only a weapon but also an exquisite piece of art. So the dagger's connection to outer space makes it a very rare and extraordinary artifact. It shows how ancient Egyptians might have had a fascination with objects from the sky and that their knowledge of the world around them was quite advanced. Scientists discovered that King Tut had several health problems, many of which were linked to genetic disorders. These disorders likely came from the inbreeding in his royal family, where family members often married each other to keep the bloodline pure. King Tut had a club foot, which means one of his feet was turned inwards, making it difficult for him to walk properly. This condition is often caused by genetic factors, and it seems King Tut had to use a cane to walk, as seen in some of his tomb artifacts. His bones showed signs of being weak and deformed, which could have been linked to genetic disorders affecting bone growth. Some studies suggest he might have had a condition that made his bone brittle. King Tut also suffered from malaria, which weakened his immune system. This illness, combined with his other health problems, may have contributed to his early death at age 19. Research on his DNA has revealed that King Tut had several other genetic defects, possibly related to his inbreeding ancestry. Inbreeding increases the chance of passing on harmful genes, which may have caused his health issues. King Tut's tomb contains several statues and paintings of exotic animals like leopards, baboons, and gazelles. It was believed that having these animals, whether in real life or as a symbol, was a way to show wealth and power. Some people even think King Tut might have kept pets like baboons and dogs. One of the most famous objects found in his tomb was his golden throne. The throne was decorated with intricate scenes, including a picture of King Tut sitting beside his wife. The throne itself was made from wood and covered in gold leaf, which made it incredibly special and rare. It was an example of the luxurious lifestyle that King Tut enjoyed. There were several chariots in the King Tut's tomb, some of which were fully functional and others were decorative. Chariots were an important part of Egyptian warfare and hunting, as they symbolized royal power. King Tut may have used them for ceremonial purposes, though they were also seen as a status symbol. King Tut had a collection of weapons, including daggers, swords, and shields. Some of these were beautifully crafted and adorned with jewels. These weapons were likely symbols of strength and royal authority. It is believed that King Tut may have had a small army, and these items would have been essential for defense and battle. King Tut had an impressive collection of jewelry, including bracelets, necklaces, and rings. Many of these were made from gold, precious stones, and other valuable materials. Some of the jewelry was designed with symbols of protection, such as the scarab beetle, which was believed to bring good luck and protect the wearer from harm. Among the more unusual items found in King Tut's tomb were artifacts that seemed out of place. For example, there were some small statues of gods from foreign lands and objects that may have been used in religious ceremonies. These objects suggest that King Tut had an interest in cultures outside Egypt, and he may have wanted to collect items that represented different regions. So for today, don't forget to tell us how you felt. What do you think about the King Tut? I really want to know. Let me know in the comments which Egyptian thing you want to see next. Thanks a lot for watching the full video. See you in the next video. Stay well.